Doc, do you think Kevin still gets up to play against his old team? Is he still gets fires to play them?
What do you think?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good answer.
So what was it like? How did you sense that he responded to that?
I thought Kevin was terrific. I thought he came in. I love how aggressive he was offensively. You could see he was looking to score, which is always nice for us because his instincts is going to make him pass anyway. So that was good. I mean, it gave us such a great low post presence to start the game. And I thought that kind of set the tone for us. I thought, even though we ran a lot tonight, I thought our pace was great. We ran to the post. And we played in-town basketball, which was great.
Doc, you've talked about the need to go inside more.
Yeah.
And you guys clearly did that tonight.
Yeah.
What do you need to do to bottle that? Because it's not.
I wish it was that easy. I mean, I do. You preach it, but, it's everybody. We got to look there. We got to get stops and run the floor. Because Kevin's, the best part of his post game is his speed. He can run and beat people to the post and establish unbelievable position. And I thought what Rondo did at the beginning of the game, he advanced the pass. Like the first 3 or 4 times down the floor, it was a pass to a post. There's no help for that, and so that's something we have to keep doing. But you have to get stops to do that. And the first quarter early on, we're getting the stops, and then the second quarter was not one of our better quarters, but the second half defensively was terrific.
And rebounding, that's something we talked a lot about.
Yeah, that was we were pretty good. I mean, that's a hard team to rebound against, and we held our own.
Is this the kind of game you've been looking for? No one had to play spectacular. You just kind of did your own boring stuff.
Yeah,
Took it over.
I don't know what I'm looking for in that regard. I'll take either one. I don't mind if Paul goes for 50. I really don't. But it is nice when it just seemed like it was a whole team effort. Everyone had their moments. Everybody was involved. Jet was great. Paul had a stretch. Jeff had a stretch. Kevin had a stretch. Rondo. And that's pretty good basketball when you play that way.
You played your game.
Yeah, we played our game the entire stretch. Yeah, I think we've been doing it lately, honestly. I thought the Portland game was good. I thought the Milwaukee game was good in stretches. This game, it's, I keep saying it, you can feel it starting to come. It's not here, but it's coming, and you feel that. And we just got to push through. It's got to be a great month for us.
That stretch that Brandon had.
How about getting the ball back in Rondo's hands? You were talking about pace.
Yeah, the pace was great. We got early baskets, and but Rondo, we got it in his hands, and Rondo got it out of his hands too. And I think that's just as important. He did both things today. He controlled the team. He still made advanced passes, and that's how we have to play.
Brandon, in that stretch where he had early foul trouble,
Yeah.
was able to kind of get back on track.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, it's just, Brandon got the early fouls, kind of got in the funk a little bit in the second half. I thought he came out, and I tell our guys every day, and it's funny, someone was telling me something that Perk said yesterday or day in some article, and he was talking about giving yourself to the team, and it's amazing. It's what I've been preaching for the last. When you do that, it's amazing how many good things happen. When you just go and play your game and play hard and kind of get lost in our execution, good things happen, and I thought that was Brandon in the second half.
Is the fact that you guys outscored them by 9, I think, after Kevin left in the third?
Yeah.
Does that kind of show that you guys are kind of getting it?
Yeah, I think, I was saying before the game, the one thing that the Rondo absence did was, the Courtney Jet combination together. And, they've been together, but it's almost like neither one of them really wanted to run the position. And when they were forced to, they realized there's sets we can run where they don't have to be the point and be very effective. Now they're doing it. And so I thought they did that today, and it was simple for them.
You guys had talked about how things kind of go downhill when Kevin.
Yeah.
But you guys held your own, more than held your own.
Yeah, well, that's the point I'm making is when Kevin was off, those two guys were in, and good things happened.
Sully was also pretty tough.
Sully was great tonight. He was sick. I think it's going around to each player, I guess. And I call him, say, come on now. I won't tell you what I called him, jokingly. But anyway, he came out and played, and he played great. Now I don't know if it will happen for the next 2 games, but he's not feeling great at it. I can tell you that, and that makes it even more impressive.
He was able to get to the line.
Yeah.
It just seemed to be.
He throws his body around. I mean, he's got it. You might as well use it, and he's doing that. And I just like he's starting to play with a high. His motor is higher, and his IQ is already high. So if you put that with a high motor, good things will happen.
Coach, you guys are 6th in the league in second half scoring. When you're down by 4 at halftime, does that kind of calm your nerves at all?
No, because I didn't know it until just now. So maybe next time it will. But no, I didn't know that. That's good. You know, I think our team has figured out that they can score when they're down. I think the next step we have to figure out that can we get stops when we're down and be that, because the more stops we get, we'll actually score more, and I think that's what we have to lean on.
Even when you were down in the second half, did you feel like the way you were playing this was coming?
I like the pace. I like the tempo. Yeah, I didn't know what was going to happen, but I like where we were at, how we were playing, and you just felt if we kept playing that way, then we had a very good chance to win.
Doc, looking forward to this weekend, you have a home with Philadelphia. What do you like about those? You get to play two times in a row.
Well, I'd like to just beat them once, you know, because they've handled. I'd like to beat them both times, but they're playing well against us, and we're going to have to deal with that. They must have great confidence against us. So those are going to be hard games. I do like it, especially in this stretch. Coming into it, I think we're starting to play a little bit better. We've struggled playing in Philly, so I love all the bad stuff, you know, because that's good, the way I look at it in my demented way. I think those are all good things. I think it's a good challenge for us, so it'll be a lot of fun.
And throughout your career, how many times can you remember having a home on back-to-back nights?
Not a lot, you know, not many. Last year probably more because of the lockout, but I like them. I think it's good. I think it makes games very competitive, even the first one, because the team knows you're going to see them tomorrow too. I've always liked those. It's like a mini playoff in the middle of the season. I've always liked those type of things.
In the third quarter, you seemed to give a pep talk or something to Brandon during a timeout, or did you just say keep it going because you talked to him just one-on-one during a timeout?
Oh no, that was I was telling him to tell the ref to call a legal defense.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it wasn't a pep talk. But you know, the only thing I kept telling him, just hang in there. But I did tell him the ref part as well.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.